Hola, I'm Fibers and welcome to Revive Witch. In today's video we're gonna take a look at the new UR doll and at her unique equipment that has just been released. The new doll is called Curtana and she's a Maelstrom destroyer. Curtana is available in the new Dream Maelstrom and they have added her to all type of summons. Taking a look at her stats at level 90 and Ascension 4, we can see that Curtana has a new type of stats among destroyers. She has kinda low HP, but she has higher attack than usual. As we always do, we're going to check her skills and passive at max level. Her skill 1 is called Shadow Slash and costs 3 order energy. This is the standard cost among destroyers. Curtana attacks all enemies twice, each time dealing physical damage equal to 250% of self-attack. So basically, Curtana will deal 500% attack to all enemies. It's true that she has a high attack, but the percentage is too low to take this skill as a decent skill versus just one enemy. But on the other hand, 1500% attack versus 3 enemies, it's a pretty decent attack in a game mode with this amount of enemies. But I feel like this skill is missing an effect, instead of being just damage. Then her skill 2 is called Field of Swords and costs 4 chaos energy. Not the cheapest, but at least doesn't cost 5 as the skill 2 of Ella and Jhove. Curtana attacks all enemies 3 times, each time dealing physical damage equal to 100% of self-attack, while inflicting them with 1 stack of Soul Crush. Then, after a short delay, bursts the sword energy, dealing additional physical damage equal to 300% of self-attack to all enemy targets. Soul Crush decreases the inflicted target's physical defense by 10% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Her second skill attacks to all enemies again. She will deal 600% of attack to all enemies and she will inflict 1 stack of Soul Crush to each of them. Soul Crush will decrease the enemy's physical defense by 30% as max after using this skill 3 times. Once again, her skill 2 doesn't deal enough damage versus just one enemy, but it's a really powerful skill versus multiple enemies, and not only because the damage, being able to reduce the physical defense of each enemy is a really good effect for her. To finish, her passive is called Sword Mastery, and at level 2 is: when landing on a target, a normal attack has a 50% chance of unleashing the skill Shadow Slash. So basically, every time Curtana uses a basic attack, there is a 50% chance of unleashing her skill 1, so she will inflict 500% of attack to all enemies. If you have watched my videos, I'm sure that you already know that I'm not a fan of RNG on my teams, but a 50% is actually a high percentage. This needs some testing, but her passive could actually make her way better. Now, let's take a look at her unique equipment. Her unique equipment is called Divine Judgment. At level 60 gives 4500 attack, 15% of critical rate, 22,500 health, and 1500 physical defense. The effect of her unique equipment at max level is: the last burst of sword energy released by Field of Swords deals 48% additional damage. Well, I was kinda happy about all of her kit, but the effect of her unique equipment seems really lazy. They could have added something new to her kit, but her unique equipment just increased the damage of her skill 2. After taking a look at her skills, passive and unique equipment, I can tell you that Curtana is not a standard destroyer. Her whole kit is just about dealing damage and reduce the enemy's physical defense. She doesn't have any off-tank effect that led her beyond the first row of the team. Curtana is a very good AoE physical damage dealer. I would say her kit is very similar to a Mage, but doing physical damage instead. It's a pity that the AoE dolls are not able to bright anywhere besides PvP. I wish this could change in the future, but for now, single target damage dealers are better in the game, because most game modes are just about taking down a boss as quickly as possible, so the single target damage is the most important thing for a damage dealer. But as I always say, if you're not interested in fighting for the top ranks, I'm sure that she will be a pretty decent damage dealer in game modes where you fight multiple enemies, like the normal story stages, Broken Lands or PvP. Just as a recommendation, this is in my opinion the best equipment for Curtana. I recommend the items in the first row and the items of the second row if you are missing some of the items in the first row. And that's it for today's video. I hope that I have helped you. Thank you so much for watching, leave a comment, drop a like and consider subscribing if you wanna see more Revive Witch content in the future, and see you in the next video. Ciao!